Okay, YouTube, so this is my first ever video. I'm putting myself out there. Don't expect too much. But essentially what this channel is going to be about is just literally me, an ordinary 22-year-old, documenting my journey from zero to $1 million with ecom. Okay, now I'm not exactly starting from the beginning. I have been doing it for maybe 3-4 months. I have had a bit of experience in other businesses in the past as well. But essentially this is zero. I've had no real progress. I've had a couple sales here and there, which I will pop up now. It's probably been around maybe $1,000 in sales, but I just want to come on here and document the journey and literally show you guys that it's possible. I also want to look back on this whenever the time be and just see the character development I've had and the person I've grown to become, okay? Because realistically, I'm ready to dedicate my life to this. There's nothing else I'd want to do. I'd rather die broke, knowing I've tried, than just settle for a job, be a wagey and just live a normal, boring life. There's literally nothing else I want to do. Look, I don't know, there's so many topics for me to talk about in this YouTube series. On my break, I'm going to try to record one video every single day. Obviously, I don't want to have long-ass videos. I just want to have maybe 5 to 10, 15-minute videos every single day, whenever I can. Just talking about what I'm doing right now, my current plans, how the journey is going. And I want you to come along with me because I know there's someone on the other side of this screen, you watching. You're in the exact same position as me. You might be further ahead, you might be further behind. I want you to just watch this video and take what you can from learning, because I've consumed all the courses, I've watched all the bullshit on YouTube. Man, bro, it doesn't get you anywhere. You just need to sit down, actually do the work, have a positive reinforcement loop, analyze what's actually happening, why are you succeeding, why are you failing, and then just continuously do action every single day and move the needle, okay? You might think you're learning, you might think you're doing all this, scrolling Twitter, watching YouTube videos. None of that fucking helps. What helps me most is when I watch someone and I look back on their journey. How were they when they first started? Like, that inspires me. Someone just spilling the sauce, that doesn't exactly, I don't learn much from that. But when I see someone who's done amazing and they have a document of how they first started, that shit, it does something to me. So I want this channel to be the exact same for you. I've never ever posted myself online, so this is going to be something very different to me too. Hopefully I get more comfortable on camera as time goes, but that's really that. So yes, I do smoke. Essentially what today's number one video is going to be is literally just sort of explaining to you where I'm at with ecom and my goals. So at the moment, I've probably tested like 6 products. I'm doing Facebook ads. I've got no real progress yet, but I'm still trying to sort of analyze what exactly is wrong. And then with that, I'm going to just apply that to my next tests and sort of keep moving forward, because, you know, you might be on Twitter, you'll see all these people doing crazy numbers. It sort of fucks with you. And every single day when you're spending money on ads and you fail, it's hard. It does something to you. As a beginner, you know, you're failing through money. Like, it's expensive lessons. And I want to take you guys along with that, because this journey of entrepreneurship is not easy. You're risking a lot, but the reward is a life full of blessings. So, current status, by the way, these clips, I'm not going to cut anything up. It's going to be raw videos. Even if one person watches this and it helps them, I'll be happy. I don't really care if no one watches this. Maybe this video will get hundreds of thousands of views. If so, awesome. I want to see you at the top with me. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Fuck. At the moment, I just failed my last test. Now, I'm going to sort of analyze why I failed. Usually what I've been doing, I just fail a test and I just move on to the next product. But I think that strategy is kind of fucking me up, because I'm not really giving stuff a proper shot. You know, if I just keep launching, testing, and expecting a 5x ROAS on Facebook, and I don't get that, I haven't even got a fucking 1 ROAS, I haven't even got a 1 ROAS. Mind you, it's been 3-4 months. I haven't even got a 1 ROAS. I've just been unprofitable. So the first goal is going to be my first 1K day. Now, how I'm going to structure this, I'm going to do road to 1K, road to 5K, road to 10K. I'm going to put them in series. So all of you can actually watch the journey. You can see me developing and what I'm actually doing to hit all these different milestones. And hopefully you can implement some of this stuff too, okay? I'm no guru. I'm just showing you the raw, honest truth of what it takes for someone. I'm just from Sydney, Australia, 22. I've dabbled in, I've dabbled out of online business. I'm locking in. I'm just sticking to it every single day, daily input. I'm going to take you along with me, and I hope this gives you some value. So I don't want to keep this first video too short. This is just more sort of an introduction and me putting myself out there on YouTube. Tomorrow, I'm going to deep dive a bit into what I'm actually doing in the next video, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, peace. Okay, just quickly, I just got back in the car and there's one final thing I want to touch upon. So I'm actually really excited for this. I know that I'm going to hit my goals. I'm so excited for it. I can feel it. It's just a matter of time. And looking back on this journey, I feel like it's going to be the best decision I ever made. Just start, man. Just start. Nothing beats just starting. You know, I had the idea of documenting this just today. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to record. No, I'm not going to overthink. I'm just going to record. And that's the best advice I can give someone, is just stop overthinking stuff. Just do it and then figure it out after that, okay? Like the path illuminates as you walk it, you know? You don't know your next step. You just take that step and then you figure it out. You don't just see the entire stairway before you start even walking. I mean, you do, literally, but in business you don't. You just see that first step. It's one step and then 2 steps, and now you're seeing 3, 4, 5. But you don't see 2 and 3 without seeing 1. And 1 is literally just a matter of you blindly just walking into it. Obviously, use your brain, think a bit. Does this make sense? Have people made money from this? Have people made money from it? Do you know people have become millionaires from this business model? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. They're human. I'm human. They can do it. So can I. That's the mindset you have to have. You have to be a bit delusional. They can do it, so can I. And that's really that. If they can do that, so can you. So that's sort of the final thing I want to touch upon, but I guess we'll touch base next video. Peace. Okay, one final thing again. I feel like I want to jam pack all of this stuff into the first video, which I don't know if I should be doing, but I didn't really cover my current situation. Like, I didn't really go into detail. So a bit about me. 2022, end of 2022 is when I started figuring out about the Matrix. You know, I had a complete eye-opener. I was studying law and economics in university, and I had a complete eye-opener. I just realized the life I wanted. I realized the life that I was currently living, the two didn't align, and just everything opened up. Like, I'm sure you've had this feeling already. If you're here watching this, like, you already think like me. I just realized everything's fucking fake. We're literally in the Matrix. Okay, you're programmed to fail just to get a degree, be in debt, and just have all these liabilities, have a mortgage, and just be stuck in your job. Okay, I was like, nah, fuck that. I figured it out when I was, how old was I then? I was 19. So then, end of 2022, I started drop shipping. I maybe did it for 2 months. I got nowhere. I got nowhere. I didn't know anything. I was just ignorant. I just thought, I'm going to get rich. I'm going to start drop shipping. And I just made a store in like some pet niche. I sold some pet jacket. Zero clue about marketing, anything. And I failed, obviously. And I went back to uni the next year after that summer. And then summer started. I was in uni again. But now it was a bit different because now I knew all of this stuff about life. My mind was open. My mind was expanded. It was really hard being back in uni, knowing what was actually out there in the real world. And I was like, okay, this is pretty fucked up. This is really fucked up, because I just felt really different at uni. I'd look around at the people, I'd look at the people around me, I'd look at the teachers. I felt like an outlier all of a sudden. All of my old habits, I kicked them, I cut off people, I stopped drinking. I just had a complete switch the moment I realized what was actually out there in life. Okay, the video cut off. But yeah, what I was saying is I felt like an outlier. And now my parents, they're ethnic. My dad came to the country after war in Serbia. And education's a very big thing for them. They've never actually both been educated, but it's like life or death in my family, man. If you don't get a degree, you're literally a failure. The amount of arguments, I can't even explain to you. One day I have videos. One day I'll upload them. It's just crazy what it does to you, like that mentally, like that. Those limiting beliefs, that mindset. That's for a different video. But yeah, 2023, I have this newfound belief system. I'm like aware of what actually exists in the world. Like, I think maybe this is when Andrew Tate was blowing up. I'm not sure how I figured it out. I just did. And I realized that the people around me, they didn't. So I felt really different. Like, why do I feel really different all of a sudden? I don't know. I think it's really a blessing by God. I think that just some people have that burning desire, that burning drive, that they know they're destined for more, and others just simply don't. I really think it comes down to that. Like, it's such a blessing, but it's such a curse, because every single minute of every single day you have a burning desire that you should be someone you're not, and you can't turn that off. So I guess in the long run, it will take you to a better standard of life and a better quality of life that most people can't imagine. But the downside of that is that you can't switch off. You can't ever settle. You can't ever settle for mediocrity, knowing that you're capable of so much more. And look, it is hard, but I will take this any day of the week. Now, back to where I was at. So I failed dropshipping. We just quit. Me and my friend, we quit. And then I was just really ignorant. I was thinking what I was going to do next. I didn't know. I was just trying things. Some person on LinkedIn messaged me, and I ended up just somehow doing network marketing, which I don't know if you guys know what this is. It's like a Ponzi scheme. It's literally a Ponzi scheme. This company that sells, like, I don't even know, supplements. I was like spending $400 a month, and then I would like have to sign people up. It was just a mind fuck. It was such a blur, and I was just so ignorant and so young that I had no idea what I was doing. But I just heard that the guy was going to retire, and I just blindly jumped into it. And then I did that again. After that, I was following this guy on Instagram. He had a coaching course, how to make $10,000 a month with Instagram pages, without showing your face, with only working 2 hours a day, the typical marketing bullshit, you know? But I was 19, actually going on to 20 at this stage. And I fell for it. And then I ended up dabbling into that for really the whole year. You know, I joined his course. It was $1,500. I spent maybe $750 of myself. My other friend, we went halves. And we started doing that. We started growing theme pages. It was pretty valuable, actually. Looking back onto it, it was valuable. We started growing Instagram theme pages, faceless pages, posting those AI talking videos that you've probably seen online already. And then just trying to monetize off that. And yeah, it didn't really work too well. I probably made like $10,000 that year. I did all right, actually. That was my first dip in entrepreneurship, and it did all right. So looking back on it, I was an idiot, but it was a good experience. And by the end of the year, I didn't really get anywhere. I went to Serbia in October for maybe 2-3 months. I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a final shot. I'm going to just work in Serbia, live the sort of lifestyle, live cheap, work, just post content, try to get affiliate sales. And nothing really happened. I mean, I don't know, I did make like a $6,000 sale while I was there, but I just wasn't happy. I didn't like it. I couldn't even explain to people what I did. Like, it just felt so like you know, I was just like a course seller, like, oh, how to make $10,000 a month, but I've never even made $10,000 a month. It just it didn't sit right with me. And it got to the end of the year and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I'm just done with this. So then I started a personal brand, and this is when personal brands started blowing up. And I rode the wave, and I actually grew my account to like 30,000 followers, which was fucking cool. You know, some of my videos had like 9-10 million views. I still have this account to that day, but I don't use it because half the followers are Indian. That's a story for another time. But I did that. So I've kind of like completed all these different side quests, but I never like fully committed to it. I didn't really make much money off the personal brand. I was going to launch a course on how to grow a personal brand, but I just kind of sacked that. And yeah, I didn't really do much with it. It was just sort of an asset that I had and just a side quest that I completed. I didn't have much to show for it. And then that's that. And I kind of just stopped. And I went back to uni because my parents were on my ass since I dropped out of uni for a year. I don't even know if I said that story. I'm just fucking talking shit now. But yeah, I went back to uni in 2024 because my parents, they were losing it, you know. They were like, you've dropped out for a whole year, you've tried this entrepreneurship thing, you can't even explain to us what you do, it's not worth it, you're going to be a failure, like, we're disappointed in you, you can't do this, you have to go back to uni or you're going to move out. And man, when like my mum would cry every day, it really gets to you. It really gets to you. So I ended up going back to uni that year, 2024. I ended up going back. And I'm not going to lie, at the start, it's just programming. It's like I knew all of this stuff was out there, but I was actually back in uni for so long that I started slowly having the matrix mindset again. I had to snap out of it. It was really bad. I got really uncomfortable. It was really bad. And then towards the end of the year, I was just like, nah, fuck this. I know what's out there. I know people make $6,000 fucking high ticket sales. It got really bad. I just knew I was destined for so much more, and I wasn't doing shit in uni. So then, end of 2024, I was like, okay, 2025, I'm gonna lock back in. I literally have experience, I have skills in online business that I've done. Yes, I've been a bit of an idiot and I haven't really committed myself fully to anything. I haven't. But I know that when I commit myself to something, it does work. I've got 30,000 followers. I've made money online off affiliate marketing and theme pages and whatever it be. I've still made money online, a decent amount of money. I was like, okay, like the variable isn't exactly the business model, it's just me. I haven't committed enough into something for a long enough time for me to actually have results. I've always loved e-com. I've always loved the thought of e-com, the notifications, building a brand. It's just been on top of my mind that this is what I want to do. Maybe not forever, I don't know, but I fucking love it. And I want to do this for the rest of my life. There's nothing else I want to do. So I started in January, February, back to e-com. I'm in a Discord now, so I have a community. I am learning every day. And that's sort of my story. And I know this is a bit long. I just want to give you guys a bit of context as to my journey. Now I'm 22. I've dabbled in a bit of online business. I know what's out there. Now it's literally just a matter of me sticking through it in the same vehicle for a long enough time for me to change my life. Whether it's 6 months, 12 months, that's up to me and God. But I know I'm going to do it. I have it in me. I literally have it in me to do that. So that's that. Yeah, just know that everything sort of happens for a reason, you know? You might do something and not really realize the benefit of it. Like that stuff I did when I was younger, growing Instagram theme pages, my personal brand. After I failed that and I went back to uni, I thought it was kind of useless, but then like those skills compound, you know? I know how to edit, I know how to make videos, I know how to grow a brand. There's so many little skills that when you might think you failed, but you actually learn a lot from every single thing that you do and you can apply it later in life. So Nothing you do is a failure, just remember that. And everything you do is for a reason. Now me, that reason has led up to this now, where I'm at. And for you, that might be completely different, but just know that every single thing that you try and that you do, it's not a waste. It all comes back full circle. Somehow, the universe has a crazy way of everything that you do just relates, and one day it's all going to make sense. So I'll leave it on that. This is going to be like a 20-minute video. Low-key, it's too long. I didn't want it to be this long, but yeah, on to tomorrow where we'll get a bit more into depth as to the actual e-com side of things. Maybe I'll share my screen and stuff, and yeah.